Hello and welcome to this VMAX video tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to explore the cleanroom. Now in our previous videos we've gone over basic movement and we've explored the visualization studio and the lab experiments for detecting exoplanets. And that leaves you here at this last room with the exoplanet orbits. So to get to the cleanroom, just go ahead and click on the door that says cleanroom, and that brings you right to your welcome area. The first thing you have here is the clean room suit, and just like in our avatars at the beginning of the welcome process, you can just click on that and buy it, and you'll get what's called the clean room bunny suit. And I'll just go ahead and put that on. Remember, you can put on these avatars by clicking on this little briefcase button down at the bottom, and then looking for the outfit that you want. And in this particular case, it's Clean Room Buddy Suit. I'll right click and replace current outfit. And that puts me in my little bunny suit. Come in here and then you come to the air shower room, and has a little description of the air shower. And this leads you out to the clean room. Now, what we're doing in this room is we're going to create our own satellite to explore the stars and find exoplanets. There's two parts to this. One is selecting your bus, which is the main component, and then the second part is adding components to that bus. Now, we have three different buses to select. Now, here's the way this works. You can explore and take a look at the different parts on the sides of the room. That's being held up by these yellow scaffolds. So on this side we see the buses, and if you click, brings up a web page that will give you some information about the different buses. We have a Kepler bus, a test bus, and we have the James Webb bus. On the other side, it works a little differently. These are all the parts that you can add to those buses. And by clicking on these, it brings up sort of a little heads-up display that gives you this information. So you can click these, and you read a little bit of information about each one of them on the bottom. Okay, so students will probably just want to browse these and sort of learn what the different instruments do and what they measure. You can zoom around. Remember that alt zoom that we had discussed earlier. You can see what they all look like. And when you're done familiarizing yourself with the different parts, you come to the center, and that's where you select your bus. Again, you have your Kepler, your James Webb, and your TESS, and you can explore what they look like when they're in place. Once you've selected one, I've selected the, let's do the James Webb. I think that one's pretty exciting. Once you've selected a bus, now you can start adding parts to it. And the way this works is you can't add everything to a satellite. There's limitations, and these are limited basically by points. And you have 30 points of things that you can add. So I can go ahead and I'll try to set up this view so you can see them at the same time. But as I click this button, there, I've just added some solar panels. There's two different kinds, small and large. These are the large. I can add both, but that probably wouldn't be the best plan. I'll just add these here. You can add your telescope. That one's the Kepler style telescope, and we also have a Webb style telescope. Now the students can mix and match. Since I'm kind of building the Webb, I'm just going to stick with the Webb design. You can add your antennas. You got one of those. Let's see. As you click on these, like for example the photometer, you don't really see anything happening, but if you click and zoom, it turns out that piece of equipment happens to be on the other side of the satellite. So that's where alt zooming comes in handy. If you're not comfortable alt zooming, remember that you can fly, so you can go ahead and drive your avatar around and have a look. And this is really the experience that you want the students to have. You want them to be able to feel like they're up close and they're touching the satellite that they're building, just as the real James Webb satellite is being built. Okay, so I can add a few more. I think the sun shield, that's one of the exciting features of the James Webb. We've got that. And when I run out of points, I'm just going to try and add a couple more things. I'm just going to load it on. Yeah, now we've really got a busy looking satellite. when you're out of points, you're done. So you can't add any more. If you decide that you want this particular antenna, you're going to have to sacrifice something else. Okay, you still have to sacrifice some things. There we go. Okay, and so we have our satellite. And so you would have your students work on this together and put together what they think is a good satellite that will measure the things that they want to measure, whether it be temperatures or direct imaging or if you want a spectrometer on there, if you want to use the star shade. Star shade, if you recall, is what we used for the occulting method. That one, you can see that one looks like a big sunflower. So once you are happy with your satellite, you click the Finish button. And that'll bring you to our direction to the launch pad. And that brings you to the launch pad, and by clicking on Launch, that will begin our countdown. Very dramatic countdown. I think that's our Delta 5 rocket. I forget what it's called. And then you have your launch. Now we've got a launch, and at this point, I should also cover, you've noticed that we are able to move around into different parts of this simulation fairly quickly when you click on certain doors. We have a teleportation system. These are basically represented by the hexagons that you find on the floor. And on the little wedges on the side are buttons, and you'll see these in various places. Click on those. Oh, and we actually have some people in our simulation right now, because I'm currently working on the live VMAX simulation. I actually didn't anticipate these folks being here, but you can see where this is a multi-user experience, and the two people here, unexpectedly, are actual folks using our simulation. But as I was saying, the hex telepads are used in some cases for teleporting, and you can see by pushing the button when I was at the launch pad, that brought us back to the very beginning. Okay, and that's basically the whirlwind tour of the VMAX virtual world simulation. And in future videos, we are going to get into a little bit more detail on how this is set up. What is the software that we're using? How do you install it? How do the different components work together? And when you get to that part, you may want to circle back around and visit these videos again, so that you once you have everything installed and working properly, you'll have a good tutorial for how to move around and how to interact with the different pieces that are part of VMAX. Okay, I'll see you then.